Hey guys, this is Carlise, and on today's episode of Food Nerds, I'm going to show you how I make my rich, flaky, buttery, goateny pie crust. Okay? So, if you want to learn how to make this pie crust recipe, just stay tuned. We're going to get right into it. Okay? So, I have my food processor here. And I'm just going to remove the lid. I have really ice cold butter. So I pretty much cubed it and I put it in the freezer for a little bit just so it can stay cool. And that is the biggest tip in this recipe, guys. You have to make sure that your butter stays very, very cold. Okay, and this is another reason why I'm doing it in a food processor. Now you know how I am. I like to get monster hands. I like to put my hands in the recipe and get dirty. But this recipe, I don't want to risk the temperature of my body temperature pretty much melting that butter. So I'm going to pretty much do everything in this food processor. Okay, so I have my butter in. And I'm going to add in my flour. Now this is flour, I have salt, and I have a little bit of sugar in here. Okay guys? So I'm just going to add that, without making a mess. Well, trying not to at least. I'm going to add that right on in here. So I'm just going to put my lid on, and I'm going to pulse it a few times. I'm not going to let it stay on. You're just going to pulse it maybe 5 to 8 times until you start getting a really crumbly texture. Now this is kind of loud, so once I start pulsing, I'm going to show you what the texture looks like, and we'll be right back, okay? A few more times. Okay. So you're starting to get little crumbles. You got, it's like flour and maybe like little pieces of butter in there. Okay. So it kind of looks like, what have we made lately? We made a streusel lately, and I showed you what the streusel crumb topping looked like. So that's pretty much what you're looking for right here. I'm just going to pulse it a couple more times. Lock it. Okay, so I pulsed it 6 more times. Okay. Now, here we go with our ice water. Our ice water is going to help keep it cool. So I just put water inside of the freezer just to make sure it's really, really cold. Okay. So I'm going to do about a tablespoon at a time. And I'm just going to spread it around. And keep pulsing. So I'm going to do another tablespoon. Okay. Pulse it again. Now what you're looking for is you're kind of looking for a dough, but you don't want it to be a fully put together dough. You want it to be kind of like a crumbly mixture that you can form together later, and that's what we're going to do. So I'm going to keep adding some more. Okay, it's starting to get there. I see it starting to get there. So we're working on it. Put another tablespoon in there. Okay, we're almost there. I think maybe 2 more tablespoons would do. But I'm still going to add it one at a time. Yeah, that looks great. One more, and that's going to be our final one. So there is an exact amount. That's perfect. So there isn't an exact amount on how much water you want to put in there. So if you go online and you Google how to make pie dough or pie crust recipes, stuff like that, we're just going to pop this right onto our table, okay? But if you go online and Google it, you'll see everything says maybe between 3 and 5 tablespoons, or between 3 tablespoons and a 4th cup of water, or something like that, okay? And that's because every temperature of your house is different. That plays into how your butter is. It also plays on how cold your butter is, the type of flour you're using. So everything, it has its variables pretty much. But this is pretty much the texture that you're looking for. You see that it's coming together, and when you squeeze it, it stays, but you still have some of these crumbles that are falling. So I'm just gonna push it together with my hands. Okay, I'm not gonna work with it too much because I don't want my butter to completely go and be melted. I just want to form it. Okay, I'm gonna put a little more flour down just so I can form it into this disc. Okay, and there you have it. This is my pie dough. Okay, now this makes about this is 1 portion of my pie dough. I was gonna say 1 recipe, 1 portion, same thing. This is 1 portion of my pie dough, and it will make, you know, bottom crust of your pie. I didn't make 2 portions because I'm not actually going to make a pie with this recipe. This is just so I can put it in the fridge and have it. You can wrap it up in plastic wrap and leave it in your refrigerator for up to 2 weeks. Leave it in your freezer for months if you want. Just make sure you wrap it really, really well in plastic wrap. I double wrap mine. Everybody's freezer is different. You can get freezer burn on your food very easily, so I double wrap mine. What I mean is I get plastic wrap, I wrap it in plastic wrap, and then I put it in a Ziploc freezer bag. And that's whether I'm putting it in the fridge or the freezer, just to make sure it's protected. But this was a short and simple video, and I just want to say thank you for cooking with me today. This is our finished pie dough, and I'll link some recipes below on what you can do with it that I have, and videos that I have coming out with it. Okay, so make sure you subscribe to me on social media, my Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat. Everything will be listed down below. Make sure you like and subscribe to my channel. If you did like this video, give us a thumbs up. And if you have any future recipes you think we should make with this pie dough, hey, I would love to give it a try. So, till next time, guys. See you later.